Hello everybody, what is going on? My name is Raven. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some horrible famous serial killers of children. Now, if you have suffered something like this on your own, or if you know someone that has, please skip this video. This is all about, people that have murdered children, and it's never okay, but this is something that needs to be brought up, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and get on started with the list here, and I'm going to make sure I put the list in the description so you guys can read it, because I'm not going to do all of them. One of them is Brady. Now, him, along with his partner, Mira Henley, they murdered 5 children, ages 10 to 17, between 1963 and 1965. And they put those children through horrible situations before they were murdered. And unfortunately, that involves something that I don't really feel comfortable saying. I think you all catch my drift. Unfortunately, this type of thing happens to children, and it's horrible. And he was caught in 1965, declared criminally insane. He died in a high-security mental institution in 2017. So he just died a few years ago. Now, this was in the UK as well. Next up on the list is Louis Garavito. He was a Colombian serial killer, was convicted of killing 138 young boys. Oh my god. I don't know how many of these I'm going to get through. This is a nightmare. Most of the victims are homeless, between the ages 6 and 16 years old. He lured them with money or gifts. He would torture them, do things with them, just like oh my god. These guys are sick, okay? He would do sick things to them before he would murder them. Horrible, okay? That is bull, alright? He was caught in 1999, sentenced to over 1,000 years and 9 days in prison. However, Colombian law limits prison terms to a maximum of 40, and his sentence was later reduced to 22 years. What? Are you kidding me right now? If this is actually true, that is horrible. How could you get... That's basically just slapping him on the wrist for a few years. He killed over 100 young boys, and you're only going to give him 22 years? Well, I can't even, okay? I cannot even. Let's move on. Mira Henley. She earned the title of the most evil woman in Britain when she was arrested for, oh my god, I can't even say the word, inappropriate things and murdering of 5 children with her boyfriend, Brady. So this is Brady's girlfriend. Years after being caught, she claimed that she was only helping Brady because he was blackmailing her. She died in prison in 2002 of heart disease. How could anyone be okay with inappropriateness with children? I can't even. Okay. Mary Beth Tinning is suspected of killing all 9 of her children between 1972 and 1985, even though each of her children died under different suspicious circumstances. Over the course of a decade, she wasn't caught until the death of her youngest child, Tammy. She was convicted of the death of Tammy, for which she received 20 years in prison. She was paroled in 2018 at the age of 75. Why? What? I can't even. Harry Powers earned notoriety when he killed 2 women and 3 children after finding his victims through Lonely Hearts ads. The Night of the Hunter, both the novel and the movie, were based on his crimes. He was executed by hanging in 1932, and he was born in the Netherlands. Dean Corll took the lives of at least 28 young boys over the course of 3 years. And this started in 1970. He was better known as the Candyman, since his family owned a candy factory in Texas. Oh my god, he kidnapped, tortured, and did a bunch of horrible things to these poor young boys before he murdered them. And he had help with young accomplices. One of his accomplices shot him before he could be arrested. Really? Albert Fish, aka the Gray Man, was a serial child murderer in the 1920s, responsible for at least 3 murdered children, although he confessed to horrible things in each state. He was caught in 1934, sentenced to death. He was electrocuted. Peter Kudzinowski killed at least 2 children and 1 adult between 1924 and 1928. He was caught and he was executed in 1929, and he was born in Poland. He died by electric chair. John Joubert killed 3 young boys between 1982 and 1983. The murders took place in Maine and Nebraska. He was caught in 1984, sentenced to death. He died by electric chair. Arthur Shawcross murdered at least 13 people. He confessed to 11 murders after being paroled for the manslaughter of 2 children. Why would you parole someone that murdered 2 children? I can't even. He reportedly had a low IQ, had been abused horribly by multiple family members as a child. I don't know how true that is. This is just based on the information I was given. He was sentenced to life in prison. He died in 2008, which is 18 years after he had been caught, and cause of death was cardiac arrest. Enriqueta Marti killed at least 10 children and kidnapped many more. She was arrested in 1912, ending her 10-year reign of terror. She died in prison in 1913 without ever even being tried for her crimes. Robert Black. Between 1981 and 1986, he kidnapped and murdered at least 4 young girls, aged between 5 and 11. He was arrested in 1990 when he was seen trying to kidnap another young girl. The investigating officer opened the back of his van. He found that it was his own daughter who had been abducted. She was alive, but had been abused in a manner similar to Black's other victims. Why are people doing this to poor children? Okay? Stop doing the inappropriateness with children. It's stupid. He was sentenced to life in prison and was a target of constant harassment by his fellow inmates. Normally guys in prison or girls in prison hate when they find out that another prisoner murdered children. They don't like child killers. That's just something I have heard. Anyway, he was sentenced to life in prison and was a target of constant harassment. He died of natural causes in 2016 while serving his sentence. Shirley Winters killed her 5-month-old son Ronald in 1980. What is with all these crazy people? Okay? I don't get it. And then in 2007, she killed 23-month-old Ryan Rivers. What? She was also under investigation for the 1979 deaths of 2 of her own children, as well as 3 children who belonged to a friend. Whoa. You mean to tell me that she murdered her friend's children, and the friend was still cool with this woman? What? She pled guilty to the murders of Ronald Winters, her own son, and Ryan Rivers, her friend's child, in 2008, and was sentenced to only 25 years. Oh my god. Why? I don't understand this. You murder people, you only get 20 years. What? Oh. Another one for you all. Tommy Lynn Sells began his murderous life at the age of 15 when he claimed he killed a pedophile. When he was 21, and this was in the year 1985, he killed a woman and her child. And he killed at least 3 more children before being caught in 2000. Oh my god. Okay, well, he was executed in April 2014 by lethal injection. I can't even continue this, you all, because this is ridiculous. Majority of the people on this list did horrible things to children before murdering them. What is causing people to be like this? I can't even imagine doing that to my own child. And I can't even imagine my husband doing that to myself or my child. what gives people the right to think that that's okay? I don't even know what to think anymore. This whole list is basically of people murdering children and doing horrible things to them. And it literally makes me upset because I don't get it. Children are innocent. They're... Oh my god. I am going to stop this video here because this is making me upset. Thinking of these poor children. We're going through all these horrible things and they can't be explained. How do you explain doing that to a child? How do you live with yourself, you know? Alrighty, guys, I'm going to see you on the next video. I need to recoup from this before I make any more. This is going to be probably my last crime video for the year because this is just too much. So, I do hope you all found it entertaining somehow. Maybe my reaction was entertaining. I don't know. Maybe y'all would have learned something new by these people doing it. Oh, I can't even. Alright, I will see you on the next video. Bye.